collaborators, clients, and even friends. What this is an action-packed event for 30 minutes. We're here every morning at 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern Time, and we are here. Why are we here? We are here because daily declaration of who you are is the highest form of declaring and calling forth your desires. My apologies. Calling forth your desires. So that's why we do it. That's why we're here. Miss Erica Casey has done a fabulous job of making sure that we can come together and work on our powerful introduction. Why do we need a powerful introduction? Because you know how you get caught off guard when someone says, "Who are you?" Or you giving your elevator pitch, or by chance you're on a job interview and you don't know those center things that make you who you are. That's why you're in this space. Take some time, fill out the top of, if you're on Clubhouse, the ticket link. If you're on the other spaces, we are pretty much everywhere. If you are live with me or Erica and you put your gratitude in there, we will read that. We would love for you to tell us what you're grateful for. That is how our agenda goes. Number one is gratitude. Number two is ingredients of a powerful introduction. Number three is examples of a powerful introduction. Number four is if we have audience that would like to participate and give it a shot and let us coach you up and help you with that powerful introduction, we're here to do so after we do our leveraging leads lesson. I almost forgot about that. So I am Keisha. I will be your host today. I do still have like a cracky voice and I don't know where it's come from. So please excuse that. But we're going to go on and we're going to do this with fun, lightheartedness because we are giddy. G is glad and intentional. We do it daily. We declare and we are our individual authentic selves because everyone else is taken. So that's our giddy framework. Awesome. Now, so Erica, would you like to tell us what you're grateful for?
Yes, I am grateful for all the thoughts that I have that are inspiring and that cause me to be so excited about the next things that I'll do in this life. I have so many thoughts about what I want to do and how I want to do it. And so I put up this post about plotting with God, conspiring with the universe, and tinkering with my social support system is co-creation at its best.
Oh,
so that's my gratitude.
Oh, I love that. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm grateful for, I'm always grateful for safe travels, a fun weekend to celebrate someone's birthday. Y'all know I love birthday celebrations, so the fact I was honored to be a part of it was great. Unfortunately, Birmingham did not like my my throat and sinuses, so I'm a little nasally, which hardly ever happens to me. So we'll be doing some home remedies and clearing this right up. In about 2 to 3 days, I should be back to my bubbly, smiley self. Although I'm bubbly and smiley, you can tell that I don't feel well. My face has got that puffiness. So I'm grateful that I can listen to my body and take the time that I need to recover better than I was before. So yes, so that's my gratitude. So now the ingredients of a powerful introduction. Like I said, the purpose of doing this is because we meet people every day, and sometimes we don't know always like what should we say. Just say who you are. Like, all right. So it's number one is your name. Number two, it is what you do in your credentials. Number three is who do you serve? Who is that target market? Number four, why do you serve them? What is their pain point? What is your solution for that pain point? And that's how you serve them. And then what makes you uniquely propositioned to serve them, or your unique purpose to serve them. So your market dominating position? And then what do you like for them to meet you? Are you just a social media person? Are you a phone call? Are you an email lister? Or you have a website that they need to go through? How do they get in touch with you to get your services? So you could be the greatest person in the world, but if you don't tell them how to do the follow-up, you have failed at your job, because it's not their job to follow up. It is your job to do the follow-up if you want them as a client. All right. So, Miss Erica, would you like to give us your example of a powerful introduction?
Yes, ma'am. I'm Erica Cassie. I am the son of the Thrivers, powered by love, wisdom, and celebration. I am the universal mother, a multifaceted leader and creator. I listen, teach, lift, and bring clarity for activation and execution. As a therapist and CEO of Your Goal Concierge, we have a plethora of options that benefit leaders who are experiencing imposter syndrome, burnout, who may be neglecting themselves because they're so busy taking care of everybody else, fixing and helping others. Well, it's time for you to be nurtured and challenged to be the best version of yourself. So go ahead and get yourself set up and with a consultation with me, and we can figure out what best fit option is for you. Go to www.yourgoalconcierge.com. That's www.yourgoalconcierge.com.
Awesome. So, it goes along with, I was thinking about that today. So we're gonna keep that in the same likeness. I am the Keisha Johnson. I am a loyal, grateful, silly connoisseur of light, love, and laughter. I help people understand that there is possibly they are burnt out. They have felt overwhelmed. They have compassion fatigue. They do not like their job. They do not like this time of the year. How do you know if you're in the high zone? There's a 5-question quiz that you can go to the foreverkj.com, take the quiz, fill out the form, take the quiz, figure out if you burnt out. Are you burnt out just in this season, or are you burnt out in life in general? Then we can set you up with Erica to do a Thrive plan and get you on the right side of thriving. So we would love to work with you and not against you. You are not alone. Unfortunately, a lot of people choose to suffer in silence, and that suffering is something that happens quite hard right now at this time of the year. So let's make it better. You are not alone. You do have a support system that all it takes is just filling out 1 or 2 forms. Let's figure out if you're on the right side of thriving. If you're not, let's get you there. All right. So www.theforeverkj.com and put I may be burnt out, and we will walk through the process and see how we can best help you get on the right side of thriving. Awesome. So Erica, you know what I was thinking about today as I was preparing for our lesson? It was talking about being burnt out and taking I didn't take my Thrive retreat this month, this quarter. And when you called to check on me yesterday, I just realized, oh my gosh, I went off the grid without my team, my social support team, knowing that I was okay, that this was a planned disconnect before we begin the new year. So I want to know, if you guys work by yourself, do you have a team, a social support network, somebody that says, hey, I don't know, I didn't understand what's going on. Are you okay? Because you've been consistent, you show up, and it's out of your normal pattern, although you have decided that you'll always take time for yourself. Do you have that set up? Have you done a Thrive plan? and this is for anybody. If you don't know what a Thrive Plan is, it is the best thing. You know, they say defense is winning the game, but offense is push the goalpost, right? So the reality of it is that the Thrive Plan was my lifesaver last year, and it made me better this year as I was going through my my transformation and my growing into the Forever KJ and rebranding. And so Erica has she does a sabbatical, and she didn't take it this year. And it was like, how do you reset when the time that you scheduled to reset is not available or is not conducive at that time?
Well, then what I do is micro retreats.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a little retreat every day. That's my time that I take to make sure that I do quality time with my daughter, that I nap, and that I eat. So that's like in the middle of the day. There's a block of time that's 3 hours that I disconnect. And so I do that, but also over the holiday, everybody else is not working, so it's a very good time to give yourself a retreat. And I did a CEO retreat last year, and I've been doing bits and pieces of one this year with all of the strategic planning that I want to do. And so it's about being intentional.
Yeah.
The main thing is about being intentional. So if I say to myself, I'm going to take this hour and I am going to have a CEO retreat, then I have told myself that this is the purpose of this hour. And then I do things that would be involved in a retreat. For example, paint my nails, but also do my vision board. Then another hour that I take and I block off. I updated my CV and I ate a muffin. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's all about intentionality in our lives, and we can give ourselves that. The reason why people have to go away from their life is because their life is not a vacation. But if your life is set up and you've curated it so, then you can have retreats all the time. We should retreat within ourselves on a regular basis.
Yes. Now I do love. I didn't believe in. I used to believe in just vacations, right? So if you take a vacation, then that's your time off. But then I realized we're on vacation, we're moving, so it's like this ain't vacation. Vacation is me relaxing and having my, some me time. So now that I'm in this space in life, I think the last few vacations that I've had with the kids, I put a mandatory 24-hour no phone for our first 24 hours that we were on vacation, that we had to have conversation. That for 24 hours, you can check your phone. So you could give your last SOS text, like, she grounded me because I can't use my phone for 24 hours. I don't care what you do, but the moment we hit where we were going to stay, the phones had to go up. It just had to go up because I believe we don't take the time to disconnect from the world. A lot of people ask me a lot, do you know about such and such? And I'm like, mm-mm. Do you know about, mm-mm. I can talk about stocks. I can tell you what something is running right now. But if it ain't making money for me, it's like I don't really have that capacity to hold. Now I'll BS you about football every week because I go look at the score. But am I taking 3 hours and watching a game? And then you times that times 3, then you times that times 4. That's 12 hours of my day that was money that wasn't made. So when I do my retreats, I usually will disconnect. And unfortunately, it's a great disconnection for me. But when people have been so used to having access to you, it's hard for them to understand what that is. And I found that they don't take it for themselves. They don't take the time for themselves. And that's how they have such a difficult time when I make my boundaries. So yeah. So anybody on
Yeah,
you?
that happens all the time. Yeah, no, I don't have anybody over here. For gratitude, let me see if there's. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe we have had. Nope, just people coming in. So yes, no gratitude over here. But I'll have to say that the more that you spend time with yourself, the more that you're gonna like it. I don't think people know that. I want to say it. And then also people are they're going to not like you. They're going to, because you're not operating the way that they operate, or you are not benefiting them in the way that you have benefited them in the past. So, I mean, this is just a part of that journey. It's a part of the journey that, people are not going to enjoy boundaries. I don't think anybody really likes somebody to say no to them because it feels like rejection. But everybody has to be able to make sure that they're selfish. And I don't. A lot of people have so much negative connotation towards that word, and it's because we've been programmed to think that selfish is not a good thing. And it's also programmed to think that we should not be full of ourselves, but we should be full of ourselves because we shouldn't be full of anything else but ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important to be doing that, and it really does work, y'all. Like, I am a living witness of when you do give yourself the love and care and the peace and the and the intentional living. You can have your wildest dreams. You really can.
Yep. It's the intentional living for me. Like, we see people do some crazy outlandish things that we think is weird. And it's like the only reason we think it's weird, either we don't dream big enough and someone else's dream scares us because it makes us put a mirror in our face as to why we aren't dreaming. Why are we stuck in the programmed system? Step out of the matrix. Step out of it. Take the other pill. I don't know which pill was supposed to be the right pill or the wrong pill, but take the right one, because when you live, like truly live and find you, some things you don't worry about, some things you just say, okay, what part does that play in my life? And how is that going to give me my first $1 million so I can have me a driver, so my grandbaby can have a legacy? Like, if it don't make money, just don't make sense. Just don't.
And so, something that I want to mention is, you said people see you as weird. Actually, that is goals. That's goals. First, you're going to be seen as weird. Jesus was seen as weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then it became wow. And then lastly, it became absolutely wonderful for all of us.
Yes.
So, we are supposed to be here being weird so that we can get to wow and then wonderful. And I listened to a lady who's a coach, Coach Val, I believe, who said that. Yesterday morning, I caught a video of her, a live that she was doing, and she said that. And it really resonated with me. She said you have to have the 3 W's of starting. And you and I were talking about starting, right?
Right.
Yeah. So she said you're going to look weird. It's going to feel weird because it's a new thing. It's going to be uncomfortable. and people are going to call it weird. But then the more you do it and you get good at it, then it is wow, and people are going to be wowing it, and you're going to be wowing yourself, and then it'll become wonderful at the end. So yeah, I wanted to bring that in that she mentioned because it really resonated with me.
You know, I can feel that. Yeah, it did feel weird, and I'm moving into the wow, because there's things that just I don't even know why keep happening, and it's just like I love this. So I get to see my life the way I saw my life, and I'm able to have a place my children can call home in the time of need. This is a time of year that I really believe people don't think about the small things enough. And so we go into that was I was on that panel last week, and I was talking about debt, savings, and just a little bit of credit and why we need it and how to utilize it just briefly. And that was one of the things this year. They say we're in a recession, but people are still out going to run these credit cards up to their limit, wonder how they're going to pay for it next year, and they've grown nothing personally. They've not done anything to develop themselves professionally or personally, to better the next generation. I've heard so many people say that they have to fend for themselves, and it's like, wow, I've never heard someone be that selfish, right? Like, you have a legacy and you choose not to help your legacy be a great legacy because they're adults. I just don't. I'm just baffled. But hey, who am I? I'm just a little old girl that's just trying to tell somebody how to make some money. So today is Tuesday. I'm the I have truly leaned into my goofiness and my silliness, because that is who make me what I am. I've always been this way, and it's like, yeah, if I stop feeling this way one day, just help a sister out, But
I thought about you when I had a client that kept saying, "Oh, that's so silly." Like, she was talking about herself and she was calling herself silly. She said, "That's so silly." And I said, "What's wrong with being silly?" I said, "We should all be a little silly. We should all be enjoying ourselves, celebrating and being silly. It's so much joy in being silly. And you also are not taking yourself so seriously, and you will allow yourself to be weird. You will allow yourself to have an openness to move and grow. And that's what I know about you, Keisha. You are very ready to go and to grow and to glow. Yes.
Yes, and yes. I love growth. I used to hate change. So now that I'm ever evolving, I've embraced change, because I am not the person I was 2 weeks ago. Definitely not the person I was a year ago. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for what this new year has already brought. We're 23 days into my new year, and I've even made some changes since then. So hey, ever evolving, ever evolving. So, y'all, it is not too late to start now. That is we will be doing Tuesday's Tips with Keisha today at 12 o'clock. Um, right here, we're gonna talk about. So many people missed my presentation on Thursday because of lack of communication on my part. Uh, and so I'm gonna run it back. I'm gonna tell you about how to get out of debt, how to set up a budget, and why these things are important. And then I'm gonna give you some sensible solutions to it all. So come back, join me right here at 12 o'clock Central Time. Y'all, if y'all do nothing else, smile at somebody, tell them you love them, and give yourself a big old hug just for you, and create a thriving rest of your day.